Hey everyone, I'm Ashley with Going Crochetzy, and this week is officially 1 week before my June 15th market. Technically, it's a Friday and my market is on a Saturday, but that gives me 1 week worth of time to crochet and get some more items in for this particular market. So I have my box here of all the colors of the rainbow. And as you can see up here, I have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet. And I do plan to make a few keychains. So rainbow keychains or backpack buddies or whatever you want to call them. But that is going to be what I'm working on today. But before I make those, I have a teeny tiny bit of this seaweed salad Parfait Chunky Limited Edition green, and I am actually making some positive pickles with them right now. I have 3 made. I have this much left of my skein, and I'm just curious to see if I can get 4 pickles out of 1 skein. And so I'm gonna do that first, and then I'm going to move on to my rainbows. So I figured you could follow along and maybe see me crochet a positive pickle. I don't have a pattern for it. I just made it up as I went. And I think I like this size. I do still have to make the little tags for them so that are a sign that they're holding to have their little positive pickle quote. But so far I have these 3 made. I think they're cute, and I'm going to make this last one, and yeah, so enjoy some time lapse of me crocheting. So a check-in, I got another full positive pickle finished, and I am almost done another one. So about 4.5 pickles from 1 skein of the Parfait Chunky, and I did 8 single crochet in a magic circle, and then 16, and then 24 for 18 rounds, and then I decrease it to 16 and then 8, and then I close it up, and I have random bobble stitches all the way around. They're all going to be a little bit different because I just do a bobble when I feel like doing a bobble. So that is going to finish up that skein, and thankfully I do have one more skein that I had started using. It's the same one, that limited edition color, which I really enjoy. And now I'm just going to finish up this pickle, and then I'm going to move on to my rainbows. But I just got accepted into another pattern test. I've been doing so many pattern tests lately, and I will be doing that today as well. So stay tuned to see. I'm gonna make it a surprise for you guys. So you'll have to continue watching to find out what the pattern test is for. And now I'm gonna go back to making this positive pickle and some rainbows. And I have my other positive pickle finished. So 2 pickles, I just have to add their tags like I said before, but I can't do that today because my printer isn't working. So I will do that in a few days. But I also wanted to share with you guys that I'm making like a little week challenge to see how many skeins of yarn I can get through within this week in prep. And so I have my first skein is complete, and I'm gonna keep track. I'm gonna keep these guys close by so that I can keep track of how many skeins of yarn I get through this week. And now on to some rainbows, and then my mystery pattern test. So you can hear my Roomba is going and cleaning up all my fuzzies for me. So I'm sorry if it's a little distracting, but I just wanted to show you guys. I got my rainbows done. I made 5. 5 is the magic number for me usually. And so now I am just going to add some of these chains and then a clip, and they will be backpack buddies. You guys came at the right week because I just received my Ophire hooks. Ordered 4 hooks just because I wanted to, and because one of my hooks that I had, my 4.5 I had from them fell on the floor. My dogs knocked it over onto the floor, and so it tragically got broke, and so that was on me, not them. If you do have an issue with a hook, if you get a defective hook and it like breaks during the use of it, they will send you a replacement for that. But if it falls on the floor, that's on you. And so I wanted to buy some new hooks anyway, so I ended up getting multiples because I do love this brand so much. And I got them in different sizes, my favorite sizes, but they sent this cute thank you card with a QR code on the back. And I do have a affiliate link, so you can check out the description box below. And I love this company so much, I became an affiliate with them. But here we go. I have the 4 hooks. I love these because they're great to like travel with. So if you're going somewhere and you want to bring your resin hooks, you can. I don't usually bring them with me when I go places just because I don't want to like lose them. So I'll just bring like my metal hooks with me, but we get to open them together. And so this one, oh, I got to open with my Lucia hook. So this is the one that Refined Vibes actually worked with them to create. So that is my 5mm hook. I believe I only got one 5mm because I already have a 5mm. And the funny thing is, I just realized my other 5mm hook is also in purple. But now I have 2 5mm hooks. The next one, ooh, so this one is turquoise. This is like my color, right? and it's a 4.5mm hook, so I will be using this one the majority of the time, and it's beautiful. Next hook I got, this is also a 4.5 because I did say I got 4.5 hooks because it's my favorite size, and then that way if another one decides to jump on the floor and break, I have a backup, because I was like in the middle of a project when it happened and I wasn't very happy about that. But this one is a yellow topaz, very pretty. And then the last one, so this one, I've been wanting this one forever because they all have like their own little birthstones. Like the turquoise one, this one is for December and March birthstones. And then the yellow topaz is a November birthstone. And I'm October, and for October they have opal, but they're always sold out of the sizes I want in opal. I really wanted a 4.5 hook in opal, but they didn't have it. But they did end up having a 4mm hook in opal this time when I went to get one. And so of course I got myself an opal, and I am in love with it. So 4mm might have to be my new favorite size because it's beautiful. And so there we go. I have 4 new hooks. And I'm gonna bring these guys outside so you can see them. Hey everyone, it's the next day and I am at my local farmer's market because I have a vendor who does farmer's markets here, and he requested I make him a corn. And so I made him this. It was actually a pattern test by Victoria over at Comfort Loops, and I got to pattern test it for her and was obsessed. And this fellow vendor of mine had asked me about a week prior if I could make a corn, and I had already applied for the test, and I was like, absolutely, just give me like a week and let me see if I can get into this pattern test. And I did, and so I made him the corn and I sent him a picture. I haven't even posted images of this corn yet because it's releasing on June 11th, National Corn Day, and so as I'm filming right now, I haven't even shown anyone else pictures of this corn, but I did send him a picture because I had it done and I knew he was interested, and he said, I want it now, when can I get it? And so I'm meeting him at the farmer's market right now to deliver him his corn. And thank you for Victoria for letting me pattern test that for you because it is freaking adorable. I love it. All right, I'm gonna go deliver that, and I don't think I'm gonna get too much crocheting done today. I got quite a bit done yesterday, and I will update you when I get home on all of the items I was able to crochet yesterday. I finished my pattern test I was supposed to do, and I made a bunch of rainbows, so I will show you guys that later today. But I don't think I'm going to be able to get too much more crocheting done today because my nephew is up for the weekend. I have a graduation celebration to go to, and I'm in town delivering corn. So we'll see where the day takes me from here. See ya. Hey guys, it is still Saturday. Sorry for the bad lighting, but it is like 10:30 at night. We finally got home about 9:30-ish, and I literally did barely any crocheting today because we had such a busy day. This is all I got done today. Just this one little guy, and I just finished him like right before I started this video. This pattern is a pattern test I am doing, the pattern test, the mystery pattern test I told you guys about yesterday, but this is from Jaina's Crochet Corner, and is a cheeky, I think, buttons the cheeky mushroom. So super cute. And so I did it in a toffee, with Parfait Chunky Toffee. And then this is my Baby Snuggles Hobie in the color, they don't have names, color 29. So it's more of a muted red. But I want to show you guys what I did yesterday, because thankfully I got a lot done yesterday that I did not get done today. So it kind of makes up for it. So yesterday you guys saw I made my 2 positive pickles. I just need to add their tags to them to make them positive pickles. And then I got all my keychains done, and I added their little chain and clip. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I have this little bin that I'm filling up with all the items I do for the week, so I can show you guys everything I finished in the week. I had like this little, it looks like a little fortune cookie to me, little fortune cookie guy. And then I had this one too. These were like just like trying out, I might add a keychain to this one, but these were just kind of like trying out different styles of rainbow, but I preferred this one, so I went with that one. So I made those 2 guys. So those were kind of like ones I wasn't too happy with how they turned out. And then I started doing my pattern test with this guy. And it's so funny because this one, his head is so much more narrow than this one. So I don't know if it was the yarn or I did a wrong stitch count or something, but they're all very different. So I got one of them with the red hat on, or red top cap on. And then I did some rainbow guys. So I did this guy, and I added a little cheeky bum to him. His bum, I can't really see it well on the camera, but he has a little cheeky butt. And then another one with the rainbow cap. And I had made 3 with rainbow caps, and my son decided to keep one for himself. And then this guy is what I got done today. And oh, and I finished an entire skein of the mushroom color Parfait Chunky for these guys. And so a full skein for these guys, I was able to get 4 and like not even half a body done out of 1 skein of the Parfait Chunky for those. And so far I have finished, let's see, it's 3 skeins I've gone through so far this week, and I've only been working on items for 2 days. But I have a full basket full of things to add to my market, and that's awesome because I don't have to add anything to my market. I have plenty of inventory. I actually looked up my inventory, and my total I have before anything I make this week, I had a total, let me find it here. So I have a total of $3,832 worth of inventory. So I thought it would be really cool if I ended this week with a total of 4,000 plus items, or 4,000 plus dollars worth of inventory. Just, I know I'm not going to sell that much at this upcoming market, but it will prepare me for my markets coming, because I was thinking about it the other day, and I have my June 15th market, then my June 22nd fundraiser, which I don't expect anything to really come out of that one. That one's more just to help raise money. And then I have July. So I have the fair in July that I'm doing. I have a balloon fest that I'm doing in August. And then only 2 weeks after, I have another large, like well-known market in September. And then I should have one in October. And then should have 2 in November. So that is quite a bit of markets. So as much inventory as I can possibly make right now is going to be really important, because even though I might not sell $4,000 in a 4-hour span, which if I did, I would be awestruck. I wouldn't even know what to do, how to comprehend that, but I'm not expecting that. I'm hoping for maybe a couple hundred, we'll see. But that is, good to have this much inventory so that I can be able to be successful for the rest of my season as well, because I do have a lot coming up, and so I will be more prepared later on in the season when it gets closer to Christmas and there's more buying, and I won't have to stress so much. And so that was my goal, was to not have to stress. I actually created a list of items of what I want to have done for each market. So as long as I have like what's on my list for each of those markets, I'll be happy, and everything on top of that is just gravy. So that is all I have for you guys today. I am now probably going to go ahead and chill out for a few minutes and then head to bed. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. I finally have some daylight to talk to you guys. It is now Sunday, and as you can see, I am surrounded by my animals. It's the morning and we just got up, but I wanted to come on and show you guys what I did end up doing after I got off last night. I said I was just going to kind of chill out on the couch, and I ended up staying up until midnight crocheting. So I made 3 of the bottom of the caps for the mushrooms, and then 3 mushroom bodies. And I just have to put mouths on these guys. And now I'm going to go ahead and work on the caps for the mushrooms. And I'm going to I want to have an image of like the rainbow. So I'm going to have a red cap, an orange cap, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And so that's what I'm going to go do next. Hey guys, so the dogs were just fighting until they saw me put my camera in the screen, and then they started behaving. So maybe the camera is making them tracker. No, buddy, we don't eat those. No, don't eat those. We had some Nerf gunfights this weekend, and Tracker thinks it's okay to eat Nerf bullets. And yeah, he just found one. So that's going away. We don't eat Nerf bullets. You tell him, Fred. You tell him. Do we eat Nerf bullets? No, we don't. No, we don't. All right. So anyway, today has been a super rainy day outside. So we've been using it as our lazy day. I don't even know what time it is. I think it's like 7 o'clock. Other than it being a super lazy day, it was also a very productive day. I took like a 2-hour nap this afternoon right here on the couch and while my son hung out with me, and then I got to work. And so the first thing I did was add my little signs to my positive pickles. So Tracker, you're silly. So I got 5 positive pickles completely done, but I'm only adding 2 to the pile of work that I'm doing for this week, because I only got 2 finished within this week. So that's adding to my basket, and I'm definitely going to have to get a bigger basket, because this is not gonna hold all of the work I'm doing in 1 week, because it's only Sunday and I have until Friday to get more work done. But after I finished my positive pickles, I made some more mushrooms. So you saw this morning on my update, I had made the bodies and the bottom caps of the mushrooms. So I added the hats. So I got a green one, a blue one, and a purple one completely done. And as I mentioned, I'm going to do the rainbow. So I'm gonna have a display with the rainbow colors. So one of each color to make it look all nice and pretty. So I have those done and they get to be added to my basket. And then I made one more of the bottom of the caps and I ran out of yarn. So I only have this much yarn from that skein. So that means I finished another skein of yarn I get to add to my pile for this week. I've been going through a lot of skeins of yarn this week already for like 3 days. And so I will use this for my next, but I was too lazy to actually go into my bedroom and pull out the next skein of yarn in that same color. So I decided to switch gears and change up my project. So I ended up making this guy. So a little rainbow dino. And I'm working on getting rid of all of these colors. So I'm still working through those skeins. And so the rainbow dino is perfect. I might actually have to make another rainbow dino because how cute is this, right? So I made this rainbow dino and now my bin is definitely overflowing. And then I still wanted to do some other things. And so I did a cap for my orange mushroom and a cap for my yellow mushroom. And now I'm just kind of sitting around doing nothing, but I definitely need to go grab that skein yarn because it's gonna take me like literally two minutes to get that skein. Actually, you guys wanna come with me? Let's go get a skein yarn together. All right, here we go. This is as long as it would actually take me to get my skein yarn, but I was just too lazy that I didn't do it. Turn the light on. There we go. I got the light on. Kneeling down. Go. And I even knew exactly where it was. And that's it. That's all I had to do all day long. But instead of doing that, I went and grabbed myself a new project and created a dinosaur. You guys ever get so super lazy to do something as simple as that, which took like 45 seconds, and end up doing a couple hours worth of a project instead because you're just too lazy to go get that one thing? Am I the only one? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you guys are lazy like that or if you just get up and go get it. But anyway, I'm gonna go make 2 more mushrooms and the bottom of one of the caps of them, and then I will have those mushrooms done, and I can't wait to try out the display I have planned for it to see if it's gonna work, because I haven't really tested them out to see if they stand or not. They should, but yeah, they'll stand. So they'll stand. So my display should work for this. Yeah, I'm watching you. I'm watching you. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you misbehaving? Oh, you're showing them your true colors now, aren't you? Yes. Oh, okay, bye. Oh, he's going wild. He's going wild. He has been tired of the rainy day too. He's an outdoor dog. This guy will stay inside 24/7. The only time he ever goes out, he'll ask to go out like 3 times in the day to go pee and poop, and that's it. But this guy wants to be outside all the time, but it's been raining all day long. So he's been stuck inside. He'll ask to go out and he'll just stand in the rain and just like look around and be like, why am I getting wet? So he's a character, aren't you? Yes, you're a character. Yeah, you're a character. All right, see you guys tomorrow. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey everyone, it's now Monday and update for today. I finished all my mushrooms for the rainbow. So I got my orange and yellow guys done. And so now that I have all of those done, I can move on to other things. I still haven't used up all of my colors of the rainbow. And I was trying to think of something to do that I needed to restock on. And I remembered I needed to restock some of my little duckies, but these guys, my little ducklings, are like half the size of my other ones. I used a too tiny hook. So I made one and I was like, oh, it's too tiny. I'm gonna have to go ahead and go up a size in a hook. And then I realized that it was so cute and it would be a sweet little keychain maybe if someone wanted it. So I made a second one and I added a little keychain to it. So I'll have a couple of these little ducky keychains instead of the ducks in the basket. And yeah, so that's what I have done so far today. And I'm going to continue working. I might make a couple more ducks. I might move on to something else. I will see how I feel later in the day. But for now, that's all I have for you. And see you guys in a bit. Update. I finished this guy. Super cute. Now on to, I think, some squids in the rainbow. Hey guys, I just wanted to come on to show you my update. It's now Wednesday. And I added the keychain to that chickie. Then I made a rainbow squid. This was a pain in the behind to make with all of the tentacles being a different color. I think next time I would do just the red, orange, yellow, green, blue for the body and then the violet for the tentacles, all of the tentacles, because he was a pain to make, but I like him. I think he turned out cute. And then I made a baby one to go with it. And then I made a dice bag with the dragon squid, with the dragon scales. And I'll obviously link all the patterns down in the description below. But this was a free pattern and my friend is selling Dungeons and Dragons dice. And so we figured if I made some dice bags and threw in like a deal of like, if you buy dice bags in a bag, you can get like a certain percentage off or something. So she suggested I make some dice bags. So I made this one. And that is everything so far. It's getting closer and closer to market time. And I've got lots of inventory this week. As you've seen, I've been just making a lot of things continuously. And so, yeah, I'm excited for that day to come. And I'm excited to see what comes out of the day. But for now, that's what I have. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna make next. I still have some of the colors skeins I want to use up. I still have the blue, orange, red, a little bit of yellow and green left that I want to use up. I used up all of the purple on this guy. I finished out the purple and I had to use a different purple for his little arms. But yeah, so I still have all of these colors left that I want to use up this week. So I might make some turtles or something out of those. So we'll see. I'll let you know. Good morning, guys. It is officially Thursday and it's my son's last day of school, which is going to be a half day of school. So that means I'm probably not going to get too much work done in the next couple of days because he's going to be home with me. And I just wanted to go ahead and show you what I have gotten done yesterday. I was very busy. I had lots of like this spare yarn to work up with. So I ended up doing some larger pickles, emotional support pickles. Unfortunately, I ran out of the yarn when it got down to here. I wanted to make him longer. That's why his forehead is so long. But I made this emotional support pickle, so they're larger than the other ones. And I also had extra of this color, and so I made an emotional support pickle in this color as well. And then I have 3 corns downstairs, and the market I'm doing is the day before Father's Day, and I think corns are just super cute. These are like the best little quick makes, and I just used some scrap yarn for this project as well. And I decided to add a little corny jokes to my corns for Father's Day, just, you know, for that fun dad joke guy, right? So if you have a dad that likes to do dad jokes, then you can buy him a corn with a corny joke on it. So I just made these little corny joke guys on Canva, and this one says, I don't like corn jokes, I find them hard to digest. And so I just went online and looked up corny jokes that were related to corn, and so that's the one that this guy has. So now I will have 4 corns for my market on Saturday, and I'm going to have a sign that says don't forget your father. If you're, you know, dad likes corny jokes or whatever, get him this corn. Let me go grab my other corny joke list. Okay, I'm back. So I made a template. This is obviously cut in half. I had the other side full as well, but I just cut them out for my corns, and I have added them to all of my corns. But some of the corny jokes I found: why was the corn blushing? It saw the salad dressing, so I added that to my shocked looking corn. What happens if you swallow a whole corn cob? You get constipated. So I added that to my angry corn. And then the corn was worried he had a cough. His voice was getting a bit husky. I don't think I added that one to any of them, but that one's pretty cute. And then in the maze, I felt like I was being stalked. It was eerie. And so they're just like super silly, cheesy corn jokes. So I'm only going to bring 4 of these corn to the market and see how they do, but I'm hoping they do well because it's a lot of fun to make up the little corny jokes for them. And so I will definitely do that for all of my corns in the future. It's just adding a little corny joke, and they can just take it off. I just added it with a little ribbon, so they can just cut the ribbon off if they want to, or they can keep it on. And then after that, I decided I have like a list of patterns on my Etsy that I haven't gotten to yet. And so I decided to venture into that because I was kind of at a loss of what to do. I've already done everything on my list of things to do for this market, and I just kind of wanted to continue to create. And so I ended up making this guy. He is freaking adorable, and he's the perfect size. I think the reason I hadn't made this is because I thought he was gonna be like bigger. I thought he was gonna be like this size, but he is so tiny and precious and adorable, and he was a very quick make. It took me less than an hour to make this guy, and I just loved him so much, so I made him. And then of course I had to make another one. So I have 2 of these little bees to go to the market with me. I made their wings a little bit different on both of them, just trying out different styles of how to attach the wings. And let me know which ones you like better, the down wings or the side wings. I'm thinking the side wings are more of like a bee style, but I'd love to hear your opinions of which style you like better. And anyway, I made those as well. And so, as I said, today is Thursday, and it is getting closer and closer to the market. I think to make it a full week, this would be my last day of the 7 days. because I started last Friday. So for today, I'm going to try to get a couple more makes in just so I can finish up a couple more skeins, because that was part of my challenge, is to finish up some skeins of yarn. And I have a few colors left that I need to finish up. So I'm going to see if maybe I can get 1 or 2 more items finished today, but then that's gonna be it, because my hands are pretty tired from yesterday, and with my son being home, I'm gonna take him out to ice cream when he gets out of school, and I'm just gonna have some quality time with him before my market on Saturday. And so I will circle back and see you guys maybe later tonight or tomorrow morning to give you my final tally of everything I made in 1 week for my market. Hey guys. All right, first off, let's address one thing. My fingers are orange and my mouth is on fire because I just had some flaming hot Cheetos as a snack. My tongue is red. I feel like I had to address that before I continued on, because otherwise you would be like, ew, why are her fingers orange? And it's one thing I don't like about those Cheetos is they make my fingers orange, and obviously my mouth is on fire. But they're amazing. I eat them I dump them in my mouth and eat them so quickly towards the end of the bag too, so I don't get my knuckles all orange either. So then that really makes my mouth on fire. And I did not take a drink before I came on. But anywho, continuing on after that little memo, I can't get over how red my tongue is. I ended up making this guy. And this is another MadelineMaeCo pattern. I've had some of her patterns forever and I just haven't gotten around to making any. So I'm trying to make it my duty to continue to make patterns I actually have, instead of buying a bunch of patterns or using up, free patterns. So I made this guy and I love him. He is so freaking cute. I'm probably gonna make another one. But with that is all I'm gonna make for this week of crochet for prep before my market. And I did tell you at the beginning of the video that I was keeping track of how many skeins of yarn I used up in this week, because I was actively trying to use up a bunch of skeins, and that's all my rainbow stuff. I was trying to get all of that yarn used up. There were some that I did not get used up. I did not finish the red or the blue. And maybe I have a teeny tiny bit of the green, and I have some orange left. But other than that, I did all of these. So let's count them. I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And of course, not all of those were full skeins when I started using them. They were partially used already, so that made it a little bit of a disadvantage for the yarn that I got 10 skeins done in a whole week. But I did finish up all of those skeins, even if they weren't full skeins to begin with. So that is what I got done this week. And I want to thank you all for joining in for this market prep vlog. And I had so much fun, and I just want to cuddle him. But anyway, if you got all the way through this video, go ahead and put a monkey emoji down below to let me know you got all the way through. Go ahead, subscribe, comment down below your favorite make I did this week, and I will be in touch with my market vlog next. I'm hoping that I get some footage of it. I always end up getting a little shy to do videos during the market, or I get too busy, or all of the above. So I am going to try my best to get you guys a good market vlog. So with that, see you guys later. Bye.